Hey people, welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity. Thanks for spending some time with me today. We're talking about everyone's favorite category of fragrance today, blue fragrance. Well, one of my favorites at least. And blue fragrances are awesome because they're so versatile. You can use them in so many different situations. They're really good just for daily wear, and you can just pretty much always pull them off. So you don't have to worry about certain situations or certain occasions when you can wear them. But I will give you some guidelines along the way as we get into this a little bit. Quick disclaimer, there is one fragrance that probably should be in this list, but I don't currently own it. That is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. That should be in this list. I just don't own a bottle. I've smelled it many times and it's a great fragrance. So I just wanted to mention that. And also, real quick, I have 3 honorable mentions that were just on the cusp of making it, but just didn't quite make the cut because I got some real competitive, great fragrances to tell you about. So let's just go through them real quick. I've talked about them before. Acqua Bleu, Coolwater Wave, and Coach for Men, the original or Coach Green, either one. Yeah, if you want a really good budget-friendly blue fragrance that's excellent, one of these 3 is going to do really, really well and smells fantastic for not too much money. Not going to speak too much about those because I've talked about them a lot. Check out my other videos if you want to hear more about those, or there's a lot of other people that talk about those. Those are very popular. So let's jump into the actual list without further ado. Kicking it off at number 10, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. Still my favorite flanker in this line to this day. And this is a fragrance that I did not like at first. I thought it was weird. I thought it was a little bit odd smelling. And I just didn't really get what the hype was about with this one. Some people, they get a rotten egg smell from it. It just doesn't work on their skin. So this is definitely one that you want to try and test out on your skin and see if it's for you. And it may grow on you like it did on me. It's a really citrus dominant blue fragrance. So it's got a very prominent kind of grapefruit lemon combo. And it's not full of ambroxan like a lot of the modern blue fragrances are. But still really great performance. Works really well in the heat. And is a scent profile that is just stunning in summer. It really is. And I'm glad that I've grown to appreciate Light Blue Eau Intense. It's really become one of my favorites after not enjoying it at first. So that's cool to see. The next one we have is Versace. This is Dylan Blue, everybody. This is a great blue fragrance if you're just starting to get into fragrances. If you're a young guy looking to dive into the house of Versace, this is a good starting point. You get that very prominent shower gel smell that you get in a lot of blue fragrances. And you also get a grapefruit note in here as well. Doesn't come across as, I guess, rindy as the Eau Intense. Definitely more, just not as citrus forward, I guess. Just more focused on the grapefruit and shower gel type of smell. It's got a little bit of incense in there as well to give it a little bit of maturity. Some people say that this smells kind of like an older gentleman because I think of that incense. But I think a younger guy could definitely pull this off as well. But I understand where people are coming from with that incense, sort of the way it's used in Profumo. Not as obviously aquatic as Profumo. Dylan Blue is more of the shower gel and ambroxan type thing. But it does have that little bit of incense to give it maturity. So just be aware of that. But a really great fragrance, and it's known that the performance on this is stellar. I get 8 hours on my skin, and sometimes I use this before a gig or before I got to go do some kind of work, and it just lasts and lasts and lasts, even in the heat. So really good performance with Dylan Blue. Anyway, next one we have is from Ralph Lauren. At one time, this was my absolute favorite. This is Ralph's Club Parfum. And it's not so much that this one has fallen out of favor with me. It's just that there are so many good blue fragrances and a lot of new additions that I've gotten since owning this one that have kind of overtaken it. But still, one of my absolute favorites here, coming in at the number 8 spot. And this is a great blue fragrance to wear in the evening. It's got a little bit more of a powdery type of a nature to it. It's got a little bit of vetiver. It smells a little bit more classy. It's still got the mass appeal shower gel type smell. It's just classed up a little bit and works best for me in the evening time. It is got this like richness and thickness that make it not as great for the daytime, not as great for the heat, but you wear this one out at night and this one shines and is stellar. So Ralph's Club Parfum, Huge fan of this one. Want to try the new elixir. I'm slacking that I haven't tried it yet. I know I'm slacking, but a lot of people are saying that the Parfum is better anyway. Okay, the next one is one of the newest additions to my collection. And man, I am stoked that I pulled the trigger and I blind bought this one. This is Narciso Rodriguez for him, Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum, the longest name of any fragrance that I own. But it doesn't matter because the quality and the smell here is incredible. Really good atomizer here on this one too. I'll give it a spray to show you guys, like, dang, look at that thing. The thing is shooting out of there like a rocket. Really good. It's more of a musky blue fragrance. So it's got a muskiness, a woodiness, and a vetiver, maturity to it, a complexity to it, a depth to it. It's not as youthful and playful as some of these other fragrances that we're going to talk about. It's definitely got a refinement to it, a sort of classiness to it. So if you're looking for a blue fragrance with a little bit of a classy edge, a little upscale, mature, luxurious vibe, Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum is excellent, and my favorite musky-based blue fragrance. Not all of them really use musk too much, and that's sort of one thing that sets this one apart. Beautiful bottle, beautiful smell, good atomizer, good performance. It's one of the best fragrances I have, to be fair. All right, let's go with the next one. That one could even be higher. It's so new that I haven't really spent enough time with it to put it up higher, but it could very well be that if I, do this topic again in a few months, that one is even higher in the list. So just want to say that as a little prerequisite. All right, next one we have is Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum. This is super popular, and the word has been out on this thing. I think this one's still my favorite in the line. I think it's better than the EDP Intense. Just get the EDP. It's very sharp, very strong performing, and this is the perfect kind of fragrance that if having other people smell you and give you compliments is important to you, which I know for a lot of people that is something that is legitimately important to them, this is going to be a great option to go with. It's very noticeable. It really grabs your attention. It's got this sweetness that really helps it stay in the air and stay on your scent trail. It's got really just so much appeal behind it. A really nice apple note, a nice sage as well, and a bunch of that blue and Broxton type smell that is what gives these blue fragrances their power and their punch and their freshness too. So YEDP is one of my all-time favorite blue fragrances, and I've used a good amount of that bottle. All right, next one we have is from the house of Masoni. This is going to be the most affordable one. This is the real only quote-unquote cheapie that made the list, besides maybe Dylan Blue. And the price has been going up on this because of demand going up, and the word is out about how good this is. But this is Missoni Wave, and I put this in here over Chanel Allure Homme Sport, which is kind of crazy to me because I love Allure Homme Sport and I've worn it for so long. But when you factor in the price of this and the overall bottle and the magnetic cap and just the smell and everything, when you factor all that in, it's a better buy than Chanel Allure Homme Sport. It just is. Sorry, Chanel, but Masoni came and cloned your fragrance, and they did such a good job that unfortunately I'd rather get this today. But if you can find it at a good price, that is under even $50, I would say get the 100 ml, and that's an okay price. It used to be in the 30s, but things have gone up. But if you can find it $50 or under, for me personally, I think it's worth it at that price. So smells a little bit, like that Chanel. Also smells a little bit like Versace Pour Homme, but more aquatic. Definitely more of the watery, like sea notes come through for me. Perfect for the summer. I've been using this one in the heat, and it just sparkles, it shines. I used this when I went to Vegas, and it was super hot, and this was working like a masterpiece. Love this fragrance, especially when it's super hot in the summer. And it really works year round, but it's built for the summer. All right, that was my number 5. So here's number 4. Now this one is the one that I hear the least amount of people talk about. No one really shows this one love, and I think it's just it's from like a different kind of brand. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a sec. This is Tumi Awaken. This is Tumi's blue fragrance, and yeah, this one just kind of flies under the radar because not a lot of people are down to try Tumi fragrance. You know, they don't really think about fragrance when they think about Tumi. They think about luggage, right? But I just happened to have a store associate give me this one just to try, and I fell in love with it, and I ended up buying it like years later or a year later. Can't remember the exact time frame, but I'm so glad I scooped up a bottle of this. It's been working wonders for me. I bought it back in early July, and it's almost September 1st as when I'm filming this, so I've only had it for a couple months, so that's why the dent isn't bigger, but I put a nice little dent in it already, and I've definitely got a good amount of wears in it. The thing about this fragrance is it really comes alive in the mid and the dry down. The opening is nothing special, and to a lot of people this is going to smell very generic, but you know, this is a blue fragrance list, so we're going for mass appeal, mass versatility, and all that, but this one's just more of a personal pick. I just really like it. I just really like the way the bergamot comes across here, the freshness that it has, the citrus that's used, and just the overall performance on it. I like this bottle a lot. I think this cap is really cool. So you can see this little red line here. That means it's locked, and then you just turn it, and then you open it, and it kind of has this locking mechanism, which is really cool. Good atomizer too. I'll give it a spray. Really good atomizer. It's just a quality product all around, and then to close it, you just lock it in like that again. I think that's really interesting and creative from Tumi. So good fragrance. Awaken. You can really get your day started with that one and have it work throughout the day. And yeah, Awaken. All right, top three here. Here we go. This one is gonna ruffle some feathers, may break your heart, you may lose respect for me, or you may agree with me, but whatever it is, it's the truth. Dior Sauvage. Right now, the Eau de Parfum is my favorite. I kind of go back and forth between the Eau de Parfum and the Parfum as to which one's my favorite. Catch me on a different day, I might say the Parfum. Today, I'm saying the Eau de Parfum. And really, you can go with the EDT as well. That one's great. Any of the Sauvage are great. And, you know, we know Sauvage. We bought Sauvage. Everybody's bought Sauvage. It's incredible. It's incredible. This magnetic cap is incredible. This atomizer is incredible. The smell is incredible. It's Sauvage, guys. You know Sauvage. Number 3 spot. Enough said. All right, number 2. Acqua di Gio Profondo. Good old ADG, man. Still my favorite flanker. Gotta try the new Parfum, but heard it kind of smells like Profumo. Profumo's cool. I really like Profumo. I just think Profondo is useful in more situations, and I wear fragrance at the gym a lot. That's just one place that I wear fragrance a lot, so I'm going to go with this one because this one works a little bit better in the gym than Profumo with the incense. But Profumo is great, but Profondo is still the king of the line in my opinion. It's got that mineral, sea breeze, sea note type thing going on. The best way I always describe it is if you think about ocean water crashing into rocks, so you get some of the minerality coming off the rocks mixed with the ocean water type smell. That's the best way to describe Acqua di Gio Profondo. And this one sparkles. It really does. It just comes off your skin and just has this effervescence, this beauty to it. I love this one. I'll be buying a bottle as soon as I finish this one. I'll be buying another one immediately. It's my number 2 favorite blue fragrance. Which brings us to the number 1. Can I get a drum roll, please? There's no one here. It's just me. No one's going to drum roll. It's from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This is kind of a surprising pick for number 1, but I had to be honest with myself, and I had to go with this one because right now I just cannot get enough of it. Every day, I think to myself, like, I want to spray that one, but I should just change it up because I have other options. But there's something inside of me that wants to spray this every single day. Lhomme Le Parfum. Man, they absolutely killed it on this one. And there are some other good flankers in this line. Lhomme Eau de Parfum is good. Lhomme the original is good. Lhomme Ultime is supposed to be great. I've never smelled it because it's sadly discontinued, but dang, they just got banger after banger in this line. But the Le Parfum is the one that I own, and my current favorite blue fragrance. Healthy dose of geranium. It's got the shower gel thing, but it's done in a kind of sparkling way. And what I mean by that is the geranium just shines. It creates this synthetic sparkle, sort of like the way YEDP does, but not as sweet. It's just, it's not, it might have ISOE Super. I'm not exactly sure what that synthetic note is that is giving it this just synthetic shine to it, but it definitely has it in Lhomme Parfum. You still get the ginger from the original. You know, you still get like that ginger grapefruit bergamot combo that is really popular in these blue fragrances and really popular in the original. You still get it here, but that geranium just takes it to a whole new realm and just refines it, just makes it shine. And man, I love this fragrance so much, and it is so damn good. Get your nose on it, guys. Lhomme Parfum, my #1 blue fragrance currently. That's it today. That was a really hard list to make. I was standing at my counter like, what do I pick, for at least 20 minutes there, but you know, I had to pick something eventually, and this is what I'm going with right now. Catch me on a different day, maybe I pick something else, but let me know what should have been in this list that wasn't. What would you put in this list that I may have omitted, or maybe I just didn't know? Let me know. Would love to hear what your thoughts are, and I'll be back soon with another video. I appreciate you guys watching. At the fragrance return, you keep smelling great out there, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.